Hey everybody, Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos. Hey everybody, I think I'm live now. Yes, I am. Joe with Joe Knows Cryptos doing a weekend update. So I just wanted to come on here and just give a quick market update and also talk about my crusher of the month that I try to do pretty regularly. So first thing I want to talk about is Bitcoin and the premiums that people are paying for Bitcoin. You've got Grayscale, which is an over-the-counter stock market, um, a stock you can buy, and it primarily is a cryptocurrency based um, stock. So it's for people that want to get into Bitcoin because they hear the hype about it, but aren't really sure how to buy a Bitcoin, or it's just more convenient for them because they already have a stock exchange on Ameritrade or I don't know, whatever, Charles Schwab or whatever. It's just easy for them to just click buy and how much they want to buy instead of going onto Coinbase and buying, that way. So they're paying, if you average out the price of what they're paying for a share of the stock, and then there's a calculation that is used to figure out how much Bitcoin or how much you're actually paying per Bitcoin, it comes out to over $11,000 per Bitcoin that they're paying by purchasing on Grayscale. So they're actually missing out by not just going on an exchange like Coinbase and purchasing, Bitcoin straight up. And they're also hurting the price of Bitcoin by not doing that, because when you purchase it off an exchange, especially if you can figure out how to start, have your own wallet and put it in a wallet, you're taking it off of the market. It's all supply and demand driven, and they're taking the supply away when they purchase it off of the exchange. So, hey everybody, for tuning in. Anyone who tunes in live, cool, appreciate it, always appreciate it. Anybody who watches afterward, thank you as much. Please like and subscribe if you have not already. I try to do regular crypto video updates. So, AFN Base, how you doing? And Stuart, what's up, guys? EOS announcement today. There is an announcement today. I don't think it came out, but hang on, I just got to update here. Okay, so but yeah, I just want to keep this video short and sweet because I actually have a birthday party to go to today. So I don't have a lot of time to talk about things. So I just want to talk about the things I wanted to, and then we'll move along here. So so they're paying a premium for cryptocurrencies. It's only a matter of time before these people wise up and say, well, why am I paying 11,000 per Bitcoin when it's, only worth 8,000? And they'll eventually just go ahead and start buying Bitcoin. But right now, what I feel we have is we've got three types of investors. We've got the people like us, that hodl or that purchase cryptos on a regular update, or have known about cryptocurrencies for a while, and we have our bags of cryptos, and we keep them. Maybe we trade a little bit here and there to try to get a little better position. We keep accumulating, things like that. Then you've got your whales and your big private entities and companies, and multi-million dollar, even billion-dollar companies and people out there. And the word on the street is that they are trying to buy up as much Bitcoin, especially Bitcoin, as they can before the halvening. And they're doing it in private deals. An auction house actually came out and said that large investors were coming to them, asking them if they could get them Bitcoin, or if they knew people that would sell them Bitcoin, and that they pay a premium for it, that they pay more than what it's worth. So, and I've talked about this in videos a month or two ago. These people, they're going to the miners, and they're, especially when crypto and Bitcoin was way down, at that $3,000-$4,000 range, and they're offering them, well, look, I know you're struggling as a miner, you're not making any money now. Bitcoin's only worth $4,200. I'll give you 6,000 per Bitcoin. And the miner's like, hey, that's great. That's almost 2,000 more than what I'm making for it. Yeah, that's a deal. And they're selling those Bitcoins. They're also looking for private investors, trying to do deals on the side, offering more money than what Bitcoin, what they could buy it on the exchanges for. So I've talked about this before as well. Why would they do that? Why would they buy? Why wouldn't they just go on the exchange and pay and get the best price? Everybody wants the best price. If there's two identical pairs of sneakers in two stores that are right next to each other, one is at $50 and one is at $30. Of course, everyone would go in the store and buy the pair for $30, right? Only makes sense. So why are these whales and these mega rich people doing this? I've talked about it before, but if you're a new viewer, I'll tell you why they're doing it. They're doing it because they don't want to spook the market, because they know if they go on the exchange with millions and millions of dollars to buy Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, that the market is going to go take off like a rocket. And then that's when the FOMO is going to set in from the people like you and me, plus the people who are kind of on the outside. And that's the third type of investor. That is the person who's kind of wanting to get in, but not sure, and trying to feel it out and trying to figure it out, and maybe talking to people and watching videos like this. And it's kind of like, a puppy dog when they get a new toy and they know they want to play with the toy, but they're kind of afraid of it because they're not quite sure what it is. So they kind of look at it and they kind of bounce towards it and bounce back and bark at it a few times. And they're not really sure what to do with it. Should they bite it? Will it, or, something like that. And, anyone who's had a dog or a puppy, has seen that happen. So this is what the outside investors are like. They're like, should I buy Bitcoin? Should I not? I'm kind of afraid. I don't know what it is. And they're eventually going to make the plunge in once a bunch of their friends start buying it, once it starts to FOMO, once it gets up to, ranges that are way higher than what they are today. Hey, Litecoin Perosi, how are you, my brother? Yes, sir. So that's what I feel is going on right now. It's like with all these whales that are buying Bitcoin, we're not really seeing the price. I mean, of course, we've seen tremendous growth, over 100% this year, but it could be even more. And I have a feeling once the over-the-counter people and the people buying it on the side can't get it like they want to, it's going to be like that thing where, everybody's got their gun on each other, and they're like, who's going to be the first one to pull the trigger and buy on the exchanges? Because we know once we pull this trigger, then the price is going to go up. And then should I get in before you get in so I can buy it cheaper than you? But then all the rest of the retail market's going to come in and really drive the price. And that's when we're going to see the frenzy start to happen. So they're all just kind of sitting and waiting, and like they got the guns on each other. Are you going to pull the trigger first on the exchange? Are you going to pull the trigger first? Are you going to keep trying to buy over the counter like we kind of know we should, but we're running out of Bitcoin on the over the counter and in private sector? But I still want to get more Bitcoin because I don't have enough. I know I'm rich, but I'm greedy, and I want to get more Bitcoin. So which one of you guys? And once one of them pulls the trigger, then the other one's going to pull the trigger, and then they're all going to pull the trigger, and then that's going to shoot up the market. Then the retail is going to come in, and off we go to the races, guys. So that's basically what I wanted to talk about on Bitcoin, and all the talk going around about all these people on the open exchanges in Wales saying they want to accumulate 25% of the Bitcoin and this, that, and the other thing. All right. That's my opinion on that. And we've talked about it before on this channel. So we all know what's going on there. And let me look at some comments right now before I go into my next little thing I want to talk about. I missed the Crypto Joe notification. I know I got to give the notifications. I'll start to do that more. A lot of times it's like, I've got a little bit of time. Let me just jump on here and do a video because I missed a lot of days last week. Will always be available all the way up. Yeah, premiums will always be available all the way up, but you're going to have to keep paying more and more for it, and then eventually the price will catch that premium that you paid and surpass it, and then there'll be new premiums that are even higher. So, all right. So guys, if you want to just hear about Bitcoin in the market and Litecoin and that kind of stuff today, Litecoin, I did have a question today. When Bitcoin hits 1 million, will Litecoin be at 100,000? So here's how I think the whole, everybody always says, well, Litecoin is a quarter of a Bitcoin. It should be, $2,000 right now. And I've made this analogy before. It's like, it's like the thing that's going to run out first is the thing that everybody wants. So right now, Bitcoin, there's less supply. They do have a halving coming up. I know Litecoin has their halving coming up, which is, trust me, we're great with Litecoin. It's going way up. But right now, everybody's concentrating on Bitcoin because there's just less of it to go around, and everybody knows that. And people realize they can't own a whole Bitcoin, and they're starting to realize that more and more, unless they start to buy it sooner than later. Some people actually are realizing that they may not even be able to get a Bitcoin. It may come to the point where, right now I think they produce about 1,400 a day. It's going to go down to 700 a day after they halve. And you got over 7-8 trillion people in the world, so it's just not enough to go around for everybody. And then you got these people trying to, these big whales trying to buy it up like crazy. So after this halving, Litecoin will have its halving first, which will cut its scarcity or its amount mined down. Then Bitcoin will have its, and I think Litecoin will make a move after we have our halving. I think it's going to go up to the halving. And guys, this is not financial advice, but I think it might take a little bit of dip because people tend to sell, on the announcements, not on the new announcement, but when it actually happens, and it'll take a little dip and then it'll blast off again. And I think it will percentage-wise gain on Bitcoin, as Bitcoin is also going to be rising coming up to its halving. But I believe in 4 years after the second Litecoin halving, it's approximately every 4 years that they have a halving. That is when we're going to see Litecoin make its move, because at that time, I mean, it's big move. We're going to see it make huge moves, guys. Don't get me wrong. You're going to be just fine being in Litecoin. You're going to be making money hand over fist, but you're going to start to make unbelievable amounts of money that you probably never even dreamed that you would possibly have in your lifetime. You know what I mean? We're talking like, LeBron James, NBA basketball player type of money. So, and why I think that's going to happen is I think after, in about 4 years after that second Litecoin halving, Bitcoin is already going to be sky high, and people are going to be like, dang, I missed out on that Litecoin, on that Bitcoin, and it's $1 million and still going up. And man, Litecoin now is about to do the same thing. And they're starting to run out of supply of Litecoin as well. So now there's still plenty of Litecoin to go around for people. But after the next halving, it's going to get scarce. And it's going to dawn on people. They're going to think back on when Bitcoin is going to do what it's going to do in the next year or two. And they're going to, smart people at least, are going to realize that's what's happening with Litecoin. And you're going to see them just jumping in all over Litecoin. But trust me, we're going to see it. We're going to see it go up great this year, next year, continually all the way up to the 4-year mark. And then when it gets right near that 4-year mark, it's going to do one of these, blast off. All right. So guys, please like and subscribe if you have not already. Let me talk about, let me go over the comments here one more time. Private deals. Stuart, private deals, if you go directly to them offering more money, they know. Yeah. Yep. That's what's going on. All right. So guys, the next thing I'm just going to talk about is my crusher of the month. If you're not interested in that, that's cool. But it is EVX. I did mention it 2 other times in videos, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. But basically, their main thing is that they're going to be an on-ramp and off-ramp for money to buy cryptocurrencies. Right now, you have like Coinbase, I think Gemini. I think you can on-base with Binance, but I don't think you can take your money off through Binance. I'm not sure on that. If you do know, please comment. So I know I should have looked into it before I talked about this, but that's a major thing, that you're able to take money off the exchanges. You're going to have another way to take your money off of the exchanges. It's going to link up with your bank account. You're going to sell your crypto into cash and take it off right into your account. So that is one huge thing, and that's going to happen June 30th. They are also going to be the easiest way to transfer money in and out of Asia. And it's going to be low fee. It's going to be, again, right through your bank account. So if you want to send somebody money, they can link it right to their bank account, send the crypto, convert it into cash, and take it right out. It's going to make it really easy for people to send money back and forth. All they really need is a bank account and and an Everex. Actually, they don't even need the token. They just need their platform. They're opening their own exchange as well. So yeah, you're gonna buy it, you're gonna send it, and it's just gonna be really convenient. And for that reason alone, it's going to. And I don't know if I'm going to be a long-term holder of Everex. I'm definitely going to hold on to it for the next 3 to 4 weeks, because, like I said, usually the hype is about to start happening. The FOMO on Everex, people are going to start finding out about what's going on, telling their friends, blah blah blah, start buying in. Then usually, a few days before the release of whatever they're going to do, there's a sell-off. People profit take, and that's probably what I'm going to do as well. But yes, Everex EVX is my crusher of the month, and that's what I'm going to put in the title of this video as well. Guys, I'm going to log off now. Like I said, I do have to go to a birthday party, but I hope you enjoy your weekend, and please like and subscribe and share the video. And remember, kiss your wife, kiss your girlfriend, hug your kids, pet your pets. God bless each and every one of you. Joe Knows Crypto signing off. Peace.